Alright, what's going on, guys? Is NHX Nuke, and today I'm making my part 2 to my what to do in GTA 5 single player if you're bored. Now, it's a little long overdue, but I decided that, since my first video is, as of right now, as of when I'm recording it, approaching 1,500 views, that it would be appropriate to make another one. And there was still more stuff to record for the series, so I decided to make another one. So, without me blabbing any further, let's begin. So, throughout the map, you will find 3 types of races. The first one is a triathlon. There may be more than one. I think I found more than one, but I'm only positive that there is one, and it's by the Los Santos Customs near the airport, and it's kind of like a red ribbon banner sort of thing there, and that's how you'll know where to sign up. And then there's also sea races, and sea races are what I'm doing right now, and they're usually located around the perimeter of the map, on the coast, where there's ocean, but there's also one in the Alamo Sea. It's on the west side of it. You can locate it there. And there are off-roading races. So for sea races, it doesn't take you out too far into the ocean for these kind of sea races, but they do go around rocks sometimes, so you have to be careful about the rocks. And definitely the waves too. The waves can kick up sometimes, like especially in this one, there was a storm in the game, so the waves were kicking up a bit. It was making it a little difficult to turn. And the race's length are about a minute and a half, maybe longer or maybe shorter, but they're around the average of a minute and a half, some of them. And yeah, so that's it for the sea races. Now on to the off-road races. So off-roading races tend to be with ATVs or Sanchez's, and these tend to be on the side of mountains or on map-wise. I'm pretty sure this one's on the north side of Mount Josiah. They could be in the Chiliad Mountain State Wilderness, or they could be along Mount Chiliad. Now, these races again tend to be a minute and a half long, but I think in the other race, in the sea race, there were 8 players, and in this one there's 6. So that's one of the other differences. Again, it's about a minute and a half long. And also you have to be careful of the turns, because there are some sharp turns in that, like right there, you could hit the rock. But if you do these races enough, you will probably get the hang of it. And at the end of this race, when I won it, I unlocked the outfit to wear whenever I want for Michael in his wardrobe, and you also unlock another race if you win. So that's it for the races. On to the next thing. The next topic I'm going to go over is skydiving. Now, I guess there's really only 2 ways to skydive. You could either manually go up in a flying vehicular device and jump down and land wherever you please, or you can do the semi-parachute jumping missions, where in this one I jumped onto a boat, and in other ones, the computer player will take you up to a height in the world, and you jump down, excuse me, and there's checkpoints that you go to when you're falling down, something like the ones in online. So you could do that, or you could do one where you jump and you're supposed to land on something. And there's a decent amount located around the map, and they're pretty fun to do. So that's the second thing. On to the next. I'm not gonna continue. So I'm just gonna kill it. The third thing on this list, and also one of my favorite things, is the Invincibility cheat. So to activate the cheat for Xbox, or the PlayStation afterward, it is right A, right, left, right, RB, right, left, A, Y. For PlayStation, it is right, X, right, left, right, R1, right, left, X, triangle. So with this cheat, it's fun because when the cops get on you, they can't really kill you. And if you're in the middle of the street, I tend to do it after I die. I'll just activate the cheat and I just start killing people, get the cops on me. The reason why it's fun is because when the cops get in huge mobs, they will start shooting at you, obviously, but they can't kill you. And you can just go up and beat them with a club or a baseball bat, or stab them, or shoot them, or basically do whatever you want. And they can't do anything about it. They'll just keep shooting you, and it won't do anything. But you see right there, they're shooting at me, and I'm getting shot, but it's not doing any damage. Obviously, that's what the Invincibility cheat does. And unfortunately, it only lasts for 5 minutes. So if you want to continue, I would recommend getting in a car or a vehicle or hiding, and then have the cheat ready so when there's about 3 seconds left, start typing it in. So when it deactivates, it's just about a split second before you reactivate it when you retype in the cheat. That's usually what I tend to do if I want to keep it going, if I'm not bored with it after the 5 minutes. So, yeah, that's that, and on to the next one. The fourth thing on this list, or in this video, is riding in the ocean on a boat. I guess if you're really bored, you just want to go for a ride in the ocean, you can. As you see, when I'm trying to ride, I keep hitting a bunch of waves. So it's not really that fun because you just keep going up and down and up and down, and you're not really going that fast when you hit the waves, and they kind of get annoying after a while. So when I was changing the weather one time in the ocean to thundery weather out really far to try and get the waves up, I went to snowy weather, and I realized how nearly perfectly flat it was. And as you can see, I mean, the brightness is pretty high in it from the snowy weather. There's hardly any waves on it. So when you do the cheat to change the weather, you'll have to hit it a bunch of times before you get it to the weather type that you want. So for Xbox, the cheat is RTA, LB, LB, LT, LT, LTX. For PlayStation, it is R2X, L1, L1, L2, 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 square. I think I have the cheat like that, so it's easy to remember, so you can just keep typing it really quickly until you get to the cheat you want. Or, excuse me, the weather type you want. So, with that down, let's go to the next one. The fifth thing for this video is going down Mount Chiliad at full speed. Now, if you don't want to drive all the way up there through the Chiliad Mountain State Wilderness, you can just fly up there. And there's 2 Sanchez's that spawn next to the telescope things where you can zoom in on the city or whatever. And it's fun to go down because there's a lot of obstacles, and if you hit some of the ramps, you can get a lot of air. And in this video, I take the Sanchez's from the top, and I go down the east end, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I go down the east end of Mount Chiliad. And when you start going down full speed, if you hit a really big jump, you'll probably die. Just to say. Because some of the jumps, compared to how steep the actual mountain is itself, you'll get a lot of air, which is fun, and then when you fall, you'll probably die. So, right now I'm just riding down. If you take this road the entire way down, you should be fine, but I mean, that's boring. You don't want to take the road. You could, I mean, there's some jumps along the road. Right up here, I take a jump, and I get some pretty decent air. I never really figured out if I died or not. I kind of would have liked to seen that, but instead, I hit a bird in midair. So, yeah, that's how that ended. So, with that out of the way, let's go to the next one. So, the next thing on the list is moon gravity. This cheat is actually pretty funny. It's actually pretty funny more than fun. But you just basically jump off cliffs with your body. I don't know if it really works with cars as much. I tried it with a Comet. I didn't really get too much air. So, as you saw in that other one, I just kind of levitated. So, for the moon gravity cheat, it is left, left, LB, RB, LB, right, left, LB, left. And that's for Xbox. For PlayStation, the cheat is left, left, L1, R1, L1, right, left, L1, left. And now the final thing in this video is slidey cars. This is another cheat as well, and it's pretty self-explanatory. When you're driving a car, it slides all around, and it makes it hard to control, and it's pretty fun. And when it's raining, it also makes it even harder to control. So, for Xbox, the cheat is Y, RB, RB, left, RB, LB, RT, LB. For PlayStation, the cheat is triangle, R1, R1, left, R1, L1, R2, L1. And I don't know how long you can stay occupied with this cheat, but it's pretty funny. You just go in the sides of the street and just kind of do a huge wide turn into people or into a car, and I think it's pretty fun. I've never really done the cheat a whole lot before, but I have tried it out and I've had some fun with it. So I mean, for some of this stuff, you just got to give it a try. If it looks dumb, I mean, still try it anyway. It might look dumb, but when you try it, it's actually really fun. And that was kind of the same thing with slidey cars for me. So that's gonna do it for this video. Again, I wanted to thank you guys. If there's anyone watching this who is a viewer of my first video, I was actually really surprised that got 1,000 views, and I gained a couple subscribers for it. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did, I'd really appreciate a like or some feedback on the video if you liked it, if you thought some of it could have been improved, just anything that'll help me out. I'd very much appreciate it. So again, thank you guys, and see you next time.